a small, secluded village nestled deep within the forest, there existed an ancient, towering mansion known as the POU. The name, whispered only in hushed tones, sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. The mansion had been abandoned for decades, left to rot and decay under the weight of its sinister history. Years ago, the mansion belonged to a reclusive and wealthy family, the Van Helsings. They were known for their eccentricities, but what set them apart was their obsession with the occult and the dark arts. The villagers spoke of strange rituals and eerie chants emanating from the mansion at night, but no one dared to investigate. The family was feared, and so was their home. One stormy night, the entire Van Helsing family vanished without a trace. The mansion was left as it was, with dinner plates still on the table and candles burning low. The villagers saw this as a curse and sealed the gates of the POU, hoping to contain whatever evil lurked within. Years turned into decades, and the POU became a forbidden topic. Children were warned never to go near it, and it was said that anyone who ventured too close would never return. The stories grew, and the mansion's reputation as a place of malevolent spirits and dark forces solidified. Then, one crisp autumn evening, a group of 4 friends, intrigued by the legends, decided to unravel the mystery of the POU. Emily, Jake, Sarah, and Tom were thrill-seekers and had grown tired of the mundane tales of the village. They wanted real excitement, and the POU seemed like the perfect challenge. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they set off towards the mansion. The forest grew denser as they approached, and the air grew colder. By the time they reached the wrought iron gates, the sun had dipped below the horizon, casting an ominous shadow over the mansion. The gates creaked open as if inviting them in, and they stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the front door. The mansion loomed above them, its once grand facade now cracked and covered in ivy. The windows, shattered and boarded up, seemed to watch them with dark, hollow eyes. They hesitated for a moment, then pushed open the heavy wooden door and stepped inside. The interior was even more chilling. Dust covered every surface, and cobwebs hung like curtains in every corner. The air was thick with a musty odor, and the silence was deafening. They switched on their flashlights and began to explore, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. They found remnants of the Van Helsing family's life. Photographs, personal belongings, and books on dark magic and ancient rituals. As they ventured deeper into the mansion, they stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading to the basement. Curiosity got the better of them, and they descended into the darkness. The basement was a vast, labyrinthine space filled with strange symbols etched into the walls and floor. In the center stood a massive stone altar, stained with what looked like dried blood. The air grew colder, and a sense of dread settled over them. Suddenly, the basement door slammed shut, plunging them into complete darkness. Their flashlights flickered and died, and the air grew thick with an oppressive presence. They heard whispers, low and unintelligible, growing louder and more insistent. Panic set in, and they tried to find their way back to the stairs, but the darkness seemed to shift and change, confusing their senses. Jake was the first to scream. Something cold and clammy had grabbed his ankle, pulling him towards the altar. The others tried to help, but invisible hands held them back. Jake's screams grew fainter as he was dragged away, disappearing into the shadows. Emily, Sarah, and Tom huddled together, their terror palpable. The whispers grew louder, forming a chant that filled their minds with visions of the Van Helsing family's dark rituals. They saw the family sacrificing animals, drawing ancient symbols in blood, and summoning malevolent spirits from beyond. The chant reached a fever pitch, and the spirits of the Van Helsing family materialized around the altar, their eyes glowing with an eerie light. They reached out, their fingers like claws, and the friends felt themselves being pulled apart, their souls ripped from their bodies. In the village, the elders heard the distant screams and knew that the POU had claimed more victims. The gates were sealed once again, and the mansion was left to its sinister solitude. The villagers resumed their lives, never speaking of the POU, but the fear lingered, and the legends grew. The POU remains a dark, forbidding place, a testament to the horrors that dwell within. It is said that on stormy nights, the spirits of the Van Helsing family can be seen through the cracked windows, still performing their dark rituals, forever trapped in their mansion of malevolence. The village, once vibrant and lively, now exists in the shadow of the POU, a silent reminder of the darkness that lurks in forgotten places.